Hey everybody, Juan here, and I have been getting more requests to do things like benchmarks. I really still under protest will tell you guys that I don't think benchmarks fully describe how a device feels when you're actually using it, but because I have a number of people asking me to continue giving you that kind of information, who am I to deprive you of it? So just to knock out two birds with one stone, we just recently got the Galaxy Note 8 in-house, so we want to show that. This is very similar hardware to the Galaxy Note 2, which I did a benchmark video on when we were reviewing the Galaxy camera. So the numbers are actually going to be pretty consistent with that, and I just thought it would be interesting to pair up the best of last year's cutting edge against the newest Qualcomm 600 series CPU here in this version found in the HTC One. Okay, why don't we start off with a little quadrant action. And I'll see if I can get these started at the same time. Okay, and getting our results, the Galaxy Note 8 is rocking a 6655. The HTC One is rocking an 8750. And going through multiple tests on this, I've gotten the Note 8 as high as 6800. I've gotten the HTC to crack 9000 on Quadrant. Pretty respectable margin of difference between the two, but especially when you're going through all of the different benchmarks, things like frames per second, both of these hang very, very closely on a number of those graphics benchmarks as well. It's a little harder to see a clear-cut winner in the actual performance, although there is a little more stuttering happening on the Galaxy Note 8. And this is just kind of funny because SmartBench is not very well set up for super high resolution phone screens, so the results are uber tiny. The Galaxy Note 8 has a 5900 productivity index, while the HTC One only has a 5200 productivity index, but the Note 8 has a 2000 gaming index, while the HTC One has a 2800 gaming index. Chewing through all of the individual tests, the two felt pretty commiserate until getting to the very end with the jellyfish, where the Galaxy Note 8 started to get a little more stuttery, it was a little more laggy, and the HTC One was able to catch up and then surpass, completing the test faster on that graphics benchmark. But when we're really comparing the benefits and deficits of these two different chipsets, the bleeding edge of Samsung's sort of last generation Exynos compared to the sort of the first entry into Qualcomm's new Snapdragon, the 600 series, the performance is pretty close. It's a step forward, but it hasn't shown to be a dominant step forward. So just going over a couple single-threaded Limpack scores, the HTC One's Qualcomm 600 is consistently outputting over 200 megaflops. The Galaxy Note 8 is consistently putting out under 70. So that kind of data number crunching definitely is a benefit on the HTC One. Going to the multi-thread, this is one of those odd inconsistencies when we're talking about synthetic benchmarks. The Galaxy Note 8 consistently putting out around 150 megaflops, usually plus or minus 10. Running a number of tests on the HTC One, I've had scores as low as 350 and scores as high as 570. So it's far less consistent trying to get a sense of what the actual performance might be between these two different devices. All in all, it would just make sense that the HTC One would definitely be outperforming the slightly older Exynos design in the Galaxy Note 8, and it is commensurate with performance that we would see from a phone like the Galaxy Note 2. This is a generational improvement from one to the next, and it is evolution, it's not revolution. So everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this benchmarking showdown between two somewhat unrelated devices, and I'll catch you all in the next video.